welcome to the channel. I haven't been live in ages. I used to regularly do a Wednesday night slot at 7 o'clock, and I'd either interview different guests or me and Shaz would come on and chat. But yeah, it just kind of like fell by the wayside, to be honest. So I thought I'd just do a bit of a random Wednesday night live Q&A, to be honest. I've had a really nice day today. I don't know whether you guys have. Let me know what you've been up to today. So I went and got my teeth whitened. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, I went and got my teeth whitened, and then I went swimming. So I feel like I've had quite a nice little me day, to be honest, which was well needed. Yeah, so let me know, say hello, drop a hello in the chat. Hiya, Lynn. Hope you're all right. Hope everything's going okay. And Mike's all right as well. But yeah, drop me a little hello in the chat, and I'll start with some questions that I've been sent. So I need to try and get some up. This sofa is really uncomfortable now because it's broken in the middle. It's got like a dip in the middle. I need to get a new one. And so I'm probably going to end up like fidgeting around quite a lot because I'm stuck in a dip in my sofa at the moment. Hiya, Carly, OG, nice to see you. Let's find some of these questions. Bear with. Hiya, Chris, nice to see you. Let me see. So, first question I got was from Kieran on Instagram. Kieran has a little group called Educare Academy, and I'm currently working with him to try and get my Depop moving. Because I've tried Depop about 4 times, never had any success with it at all, really. And I thought, do you know what? I kind of want to try and do something with it instead of just having it as a stagnant account. So I'm working with Kieran at the moment. But Kieran's question was, what got you into reselling? So I got into reselling because I was basically looking for ways to make extra money. I didn't want to keep doing extra shifts at work, and I've always wanted to like have my own business. So it kind of just all seemed, it just kind of all fit in well, really. I stumbled across YouTube videos of people doing reselling. So I thought, I'm gonna just kind of give it a go, really. So I started off with some stuff around the house, and then just kind of got the bug for it. And this is like 2 years ago now. So yeah, I've been reselling for about 2 years now. And yeah, and once I got rid of the stuff around the house, and then went into the charity shops, and that was it. I was hooked, to be totally honest. so yeah, it just started out as a way just to get extra money, to be honest. So I didn't want to have to keep going into work, so thought I'd try something else, and it's stuck. So yeah, that was that. Mike started radio on Monday. 5 weeks to go. It's a long old slog, isn't it? So that was our first question. Next questions. I just got to find them now. Bear with me. Let me just find in the question. Right, so next question. If you're watching and you've got a question for me, then feel free to pop it down. It didn't all have to be like pre-planned or anything. If you want to ask a question in the chat, you can. Next question was from JP Resell Anything, which was, did you think about your rebranding, Sophie? And I have been thinking about it, yeah, because I kind of mentioned on one of my last videos that I feel like I've sort of outgrown the name SB Reselling Co. now. Like I kind of just, it was just the first name really that came into my head when I started, and when I decided actually, this I want to kind of take this further. Like, once I'd sold stuff around the house and was going around the charity shops and things, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to make an Instagram and I'm just going to call myself SB Reselling Co. Um, and then obviously because that name was my Instagram, that carried on through into my shops and my YouTube, which is fine. But I just feel like I've outgrown it a little bit because there's more to SB Reselling Co now. Like now I do a little bit of retail arbitrage as well. It's not just stuff from charity shops I sell. I sell things from, online, car boots, all different places. And it's not just clothes anymore. It's, electronic stuff and stuff like that. So I kind of feel like SB Reselling Co has grown in the shape of, what it sells and things like that. And I've changed myself as a person too. Like, my YouTube, I don't just do reselling stuff. I do obviously like bits of my little van life. When I could do little adventures, when I went traveling, things like that. Because I just use my channel to kind of share stuff with people as well. Or like fishing or anything like stuff that I get up to. I just share it on my YouTube as well. So yeah, I don't really know what to call myself anymore. I just kind of feel like it's moved on. I quite like the idea of Cheltenham Curations. I quite like that. I just want to drop the reselling part out of my name because like I don't want to make it so obvious as to what I do anymore. Um yeah, I just kind of I don't know, want to drop the reselling part out. But yeah, I do quite like Cheltenham Curations. But I need to kind of think more on, okay, I might have a name. Well, I'm not totally sold on that name yet either. But then I kind of need to think of like, what's it going to look like? Where's it going to go? What's the branding going to be like? How am I going to follow that through into other things as well? Do I just change my social media but keep my shops all the same? Or do I just change my shops but keep the social media the same? I don't know. But all I know is that I need a change. That's all I know really. So yeah, that's kind of what I've thought about my rebranding. I don't want to, because the thing is, I don't want to do it and then end up wanting to do it again in another 6 months' time. So it's got to be like right when I do it. Hello, Pat. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's just got to be right. It's got to be the right name, have the right message with it, be able to create the right branding with it and stuff as well. It's kind of not just, for me, it's not just changing your name. Hello, Claire. Nice to see you. But that's good though, Carly. That's feedback. That's good. So yeah, I hadn't really. It kind of does sound a bit like a museum, actually. Yeah, so we're back to the drawing board. But that's good. That's feedback because you kind of need to know what other people are going to think when they see your name as well. And if someone thinks like a museum, then obviously that's not ideal. So yeah. um let's find another question. So JP actually sent in two questions, which is what's your plans going into Q4? Obviously, I think everyone's plans is like sell, sell, sell. I should have a swig of my beer. As usual, I've got beer on my live. That was always a staple. So cheers, everyone. So yeah, it's obviously sell, sell, sell. But I want to try and get some seasonal things in because I've never done that. want to maybe try and start getting some seasonal things in now, like Christmassy things, because I've never tried that before. And see if that goes. And my plan is basically just to list as much as I physically can from now until New Year. Just list, 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 list. And then hopefully that will also carry on over into January from where I've put the work in now. Hopefully some sales will carry on into January, because January is obviously usually quite quiet anyway. So that's my plan really. I'm going to buy a box off Chris. I've had a box from Lindsay and Alvin, which I'm going to start listing this week. So I've got quite a few days off work now, so I can start listing that. Trying to find ways of getting rid of the old stock as well, because I've got some old stock. I have got some items of clothing here that I've had for about a year, got to be a year, still not gone. How am I gonna get rid of that? And they're already at really low prices. And it's like I can't really drop the price anymore because, well, I'm already practically would be giving it away anyway because I've had it so long. It's like how do you get rid of it and get some of your money back? At least make something. So it's going to be kind of cracking that as well. And like I say, I'm trying to reboot my Depop at the moment. It's all a bit of an experiment, to be honest. So yeah, I'm hoping my Depop will come to life at some point. So I've got 3 streams of income. So I've got 3 baskets to put my eggs in, basically. I've only really been using eBay and Vinted for quite a long time. So like I said, I never really got on with Depop. But I'm giving it another chance. I think this is probably about the 4th chance I've given it. So yeah, hopefully that will be in my plans for Q4 as well, is making that work for Q4 too. Yeah. People think my shop is an alien spaceship. Yeah, that's true. Where is next question? Next question is from Car Boot Chris. Ever thought about picking a random day and accepting every single offer incoming without countering? No cheating allowed, every offer. Which I thought was a really good question. And sometimes actually, if I've had like really slow times and thought, I just need to get rid of this, fuck it, I'm just going to accept whatever. But I still find myself countering. So it might be a bit of a video idea actually, is to try it for a day. I mean, he's dared me for a week, but I think that's a bit much. Considering, you get some crazy crazy offers on eBay. I think a week would probably be a bit much, and I'd struggle to recoup those losses. But I'd be definitely willing to try it for a day here and there and kind of make a video out of it as to what I accepted. But yeah, I think that's quite a good idea. Yeah, I can, Lin. I haven't done a whatnot in ages because the thing is, like, everyone just wants to buy something for £1, which is fine, but it's really deflating because after like the whatnot fees and that, you're getting like 80p, and you just kind of think, I've done all that work because it's actually quite a lot of work doing a live stream on whatnot. You kind of got to build yourself up to it, get the stock out, show it, try and do a bit of a ooh, come and buy it. It's actually quite a lot of work, and then it's the packing of everything as well. And you're thinking, God, I've only got 80p an item for this, for all this work. But it is a good way to get rid of some old stock. Like, don't get me wrong. but I'm not at the point where I'm willing to only accept like £1, I think. Hello, Gary. Nice to see you. New name. Yeah, could well be. I mean, boots are kind of coming to like the end of the season now, so maybe like next season. And there's not any like indoor boots round by me or any like all year round ones. They're just, like summer ones. But yeah, I've definitely got some items that seriously need to go. I mean, when I last did a whatnot, I made loads of spaces in my boxes where all my clothing boxes are. It's got about 10 like 80-litre boxes filled with clothing. So yeah, I did make loads of space when I last did a whatnot. I do need to make some more space, but I'm not at the point yet where I'm willing to go so low for a lot of work for so low. Next question is Carly. Thanks for the question, Carly. Would you open a private account to sell without fees? No, I wouldn't. It's very tempting. I have to admit, I have had my rants about all this. So over Instagram, don't get me wrong, I have had more than enough rants about it all. So yeah, but I wouldn't say to do it, because actually, as a business seller, you offer returns, private sellers don't. There's more trust with a business seller than there is with a private seller. And that does push people more over to you as a business. On the flip side of that, there are some people who don't really care about that and just want the cheapest item no matter what. That's all they want. And there is definitely a truth with that. But I wouldn't open a private account just to be able to sell without fees. Because as much as eBay has you by the short and curlies, you can offer more buyer assurance than what a private seller can, which does swing some people around you. Oh, hello, Dave. Nice to see you. Have you seen I've had my teeth whitened? What do you think? What do you reckon? I also do eBay auctions with low start to get rid of old stock. Yeah, I could well try that. And to be fair, potentially I could actually get more for doing that than if I whatnotted it all, because people literally don't want to pay more than £1. So that is another avenue I can look at to start making some space and just get out the old and get in with the new. That's slang for go for a poo. Hope you had a nice poo. No, I haven't been dumpster diving lately. Because, well, I kind of got caught dumpster diving when on my last dumpster diving video, someone kind of came out and I was like, hi, and kind of like walked back to the car, like, and then went back to the car, back to the bin. And they've now padlocked the bin. So, yeah, one of my spots is now out of action because they've padlocked all the bins. Because I was thinking, like, lately, I was like, oh, do you know what? I haven't done dumpster diving video in ages. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing what I find, because when I found all them vinyls out the bin, I found a Jungle Book storybook vinyl in the bin, and I listed it and I sold it for £8.99 with postage as well, and that come out the bin. Like, someone had thrown that, but there was £9 in it. So it's mad, isn't it? Totally mad. It's such like a random thing as well. It did take like a few months to sell, but it's still like I got it out the bin that was going to landfill, and someone's bought it off me for £8.99, £9.99 plus postage, and having a whale of a time with it. And that was going to go to landfill. So yeah, It's pretty wild. Oh, they're not that bright. They're not Essex teeth, love. Yeah, I probably will actually. I have been thinking about bleaching my hair again because I haven't done it for a good while, have I? When I first started reselling 2 years ago, I think I had blonde hair and I haven't done it for a good while. So I may well do. You don't mention me anyway. I need another swig of beer. Start getting too rowdy. In here. Let's find another question. So let's find another question that I got sent. Bear with me. So I've got a question from Dana in the USA, which is Glamour's Closet. So do follow Glamour's if you can, because she is like hilarious. She cracks me up. She has sent me a question saying, how do you manage a full-time job and reselling? So I'm actually not quite full-time anymore. I'm part-time. So I now work because I've got a new job, and I'm working for the police in custody as a nurse there. That's my new job. Started about 7 weeks ago. And I do 2 night shifts, 4 days off, 2 days, and 8 days off. So in that time, I can either pick up extra shifts at work if I want to top up my money, or I pick up extra shifts at the hospital because I didn't want to lose like all of my acute skills as well. So I can still do shifts at the hospital if I want to, or I can choose to just spend that time just purely focusing on my eBay. So I feel quite I feel really privileged actually that I'm able to be part-time rather than full-time as such now. Because it means that my business is going in the right way. So basically what I do is obviously on my days off, I list. The 2 days that I'm working, I do sell similars because I work 7:15 in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. And the same for night shifts. I work 7:15 at night till 7 o'clock in the morning. So there isn't really time to list. It's now winter, so it's now dark when I get home. The light in the flat is absolutely shit. So it's kind of just blur. So I tend to just do sell similars on the days that I work, and I try and list every day that I'm off. And that is obviously like stock dependent. So it might be I've got loads of stock. If I've got loads of stock, I'll spend what I like to do, and this isn't everyone's cup of tea, is I'll spend one full day like just listing. So I'll release 5 and I'll put the rest in a draft bank, and that still gives me my days off from work that I can release 5 or 10 or whatever, however many items it may be, or again, stock dependent. So I can just put out new items every single day without having to actually spend every day sitting there and listing. So it means I can enjoy the rest of my time off work. If I want to go away, I can. If I want to do something, I can. I haven't got to think, oh well, I can't go out yet because I haven't put any new items on. And that's just how I personally like to do it. That's not for everyone, but that's how I like to do it. And I do try and, again, if I've got the stock, then on the days that I'm working, sometimes I can put out new items because it's there in my draft bank ready to go. So it's all very stock dependent how I manage my listing and all that kind of thing. Posting wise, I tend to post things before I go to work or after work. So if I'm on a day shift, because I have a 3 working day dispatch time, which suits me, especially when I was doing more shifts. Um, that was what I needed to do rather than now because I'm doing a bit less, I can ship things a bit quicker. But I haven't changed my 3 working day dispatch time because it still just gives me that bit of leeway if I do need to do some extra shifts or something, or say if I get called saying, "Oh God, we're really short tonight. Can you come in?" And I'll just go, "Yeah, that's fine." So yeah, I send things before work, I send things after work, and you just have to be like really organized with your time and like with yourself. Um, you can resell having a full-time job, you can do it, but you've just got to be totally organized and find strategies that work for you. And it may not work for everyone else, but you have to think of your own business and what you're doing and what works for you, and stick with that. So yeah, that's kind of how I manage it while working as well. But yeah, I'm in a really good position now that I've got a job still. So if things go wrong, I've still got a job. My rent and bills are covered with that income from my job. If I want to do extra shifts, I can. If I don't want to, I don't have to. And then eventually, maybe in another few years, I may be able to go full time reselling. But I'm in a good place right now. I'm really pleased with my new job. I really enjoy it as well. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty positive and pretty good. Um, and the next question from Glamours, well, it was more, I don't know why she thinks this, but she says, also, what do you use on your face because your skin is flawless? Firstly, I need to just clarify this. I have a very, very old MacBook, which does not film in like 1080 or whatever. It's in like 720. So I think that's probably why my skin looks clear, because you can't see the blemishes because the MacBook is so old. And secondly, I don't actually use anything on my skin. I literally just have a wash in the shower and that's it. So thank you, Glam, for the lovely compliment. Let's catch up a little bit of the chat while I've been waffling on. I always watch Dave's videos. No, my hands haven't shrunk. It's just a pint can. Because you got to do it properly, haven't you? If you're not going to go out, do it properly. Have a pint. None of this half pint stuff or 3/4 pint things. Have a pint. What's that? Well, not my actual job, but my reselling job. Yeah, because it's my job. Got lots of massive cans here for you, Dave. Here he is. Oh, Sean, I haven't spoke to you for ages. Was was just cooking my going beef vindaloo, basmati rice and naan when I stumbled across Sophie and her new light bulb. You were looking illuminated. Oh, thank you. And my teeth. So I got my teeth whitened today, so they're a bit illuminated as well. Only a little bit. And it was a colleague that I used to work with in A&E, actually. She's left nursing and she started her own teeth whitening business. So I went and got my teeth whitened with her. There's no like peroxide in it or nothing like that. So your teeth don't feel sensitive. It's like a UV gel. So you put this gel like over your teeth and then your teeth goes, well, not your teeth. Well, yeah, your teeth. But this mouth guard thing kind of goes over your teeth. And then you sit there with a UV light on, these great big glasses, and a UV light on your teeth for 15 minutes. And then you swill it all out with water and then do it again for another 15 minutes and again for another 15 minutes. So your teeth feel totally normal. They're not sensitive or nothing like that. Woo! I'm not used to talking so much because I haven't done lives in so long. This is all a bit. It's all a bit much. Right. Right. I got a dead leg now as well, so I need to move a little bit. Like I said, my sofa has got a dip in it because it's really old, so it's not very comfortable now, and I'm kind of sat in the dip. Right. Uh, Next question. Let me find it. So next question is from Adam Westlangs Flips, which is, what is your hopeful 90-day total by January the 1st? I would like to double my 90-day total. I don't really want to say totally what it is online because some people are just trolls, They don't always understand that everyone's business is different and we all move at different paces. But I would really like to be able to double my 90-day total by January the 1st. It's been improving quite a lot, my 90-day total. So yeah, I'd like to double it. And that kind of links back to the previous question with my what are your Q4 plans question from JP. Kind of links back to that. I'd quite like to be able to double it. And again, I've just got a list. Like, I'm just trying my hardest because, as well, now I'm back working again. I've got some regular hours. I've got more money to get stock in as well if I'm not getting the sales through from the business. So I've got somewhere else I can dip into now, rather than for a while I didn't have that because I wasn't getting the shifts. I wasn't getting the sales. So any penny that I had, for like the past 4 months, I've literally been living paycheck to paycheck, like by the penny, like literally by the penny. So yeah, I haven't really had the money to be able to really whack into the business when the sales haven't been there. So yeah, it's literally just going to be like list now. And yeah, hopefully have a good Q4. I'm still sort of waiting to see that Q4 magic, to be honest. That a lot of people say, oh, well, it's Q4, it's going to be amazing, get loads of sales, woo! Rather than that's still not really happened for me. So I'm hoping that this will be the year that does. I try not to look at teeth. Some folk round here in the chat have an excess of gum. Not saying they have no teeth, but they're saving a fortune on toothpaste. What other resellers on YouTube do you like to watch? I like to watch Masterpieces because I find his videos actually quite insightful, and some of the things he says really sort of make sense, I think. And he's not preachy or anything, like he's just sharing like his knowledge, which he's obviously got a lot of. They're just quite relaxed videos. I like that. I like people who have quite relaxed videos. I'm not really into all these people like I made this much, and I'm not into all that. I quite like Ricky as well. Chris's videos. When I first started watching reselling videos, I actually started with Chatty Pete, but funny enough, I don't really watch his videos now. It's funny how like people who you start watching, you kind of then don't watch, and then you might pick up again, or you find other people. It's quite strange how you swing in roundabouts with it all. Sometimes I go through stages where I actually don't watch anybody, literally don't watch any reselling videos at all. But yeah, I prefer people who do just quite relaxed reselling videos. Just show me where you are, what you've got, how much it's for, sharing your thoughts. all that kind of thing. And that's kind of the people that I watch, really. And nice to see you as well, Bob. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before. So thanks for joining. Yeah, they're fine. They're just really busy with things. So yeah, I'm sure once their lives are kind of settled down, they'll pop up again. But yeah, I think like they haven't stopped YouTube, but it's just very much on the back burner for them at the moment. Yeah. Let's find another question. It's absolutely pissing down out here. I don't know where it is, like how it is with you guys, but it's pissing down. I had another question somewhere. Where was it? Uh, excuse me. So this one, this is Tina's Red Brick Liverpool on Instagram. Now, this was more kind of a response to a question that I'd asked because last night I obviously decided to, have a bit of a rant that my eBay has gone totally dead. Like, honestly, literally dead. I mean, I've had a sale today, but they haven't paid for it, so technically it's not a sale. But other than that, I genuinely haven't had a sale since Saturday. Literally haven't had a sale on eBay since Saturday. My Vinted actually been going okay. I've had more sales there. But on eBay, it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, this was kind of in response to that. And Tina just wanted to reply and say, simply not enough sales to go round. Private sales will prevail at the moment as eBay trying to get as many new people on board as possible. I absolutely expected this. Which I kind of like, I didn't really think about it, to be honest, but yeah, I can see where she's coming from. So yeah, we're just kind of sharing. She just kind of wanted to share that point, really. I got another question. Uh, Not sure if I've got another. Let me see. Question from Carly from my YouTube channel membership. So again, thank you to everyone who is involved in my channel membership. If you would like to join my channel membership, it's £2.99 a month. I can put a link in the chat. Yeah, it's £2.99 a month, and you get access to a 20% off discount on my store. Get access to the Discord group where we all share, tips, tricks, conversations, and things like that. Mentions obviously in my videos, on my lives. Discount codes as well. Any discount codes that I get, I share with you first. Yeah, and a few other bits too. So if you are interested in being part of my channel membership, do let me know. And Carly has put, do you cross list all items on eBay, Vinted, and Depop? If not, how do you decide which items to put on each platform? So when I was just using eBay, Vinted, and Depop, I was just cross listing everything, across the three. Well, because I was pretty much only doing clothing at that point. Now that I'm not just doing clothing, I'm doing like electronics and puzzles and toys as well. It's a little bit different, and obviously I sacked Depop off for quite a while. Um, so I will basically, all whatever I put on my eBay, I will put on Vinted as long as Vinted allow it. And I manually cross list as well. I don't use any cross listing software. I manually cross list it. Um, Now that I'm using my Depop again, I've basically been taking the photos from my eBay and putting them on my Depop, copy and pasting the title, and just gradually getting my clothing listings from my eBay onto my Depop. And it also means that I'm kind of listing on my Depop every day. So I'm sort of trying to play the algorithm a little bit. I haven't really put on that much new stock on Depop. It's all my older stuff I'm getting on first. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to just play the algorithm a little bit. But yeah, plus I'm doing my Depop slightly differently this time round. So I add in like a background now, like a gradient background to my listings on Depop, and it does look all right actually. Um, and when you look at other Depop pages, a lot of people seem to do backgrounds on it, like these AI kind of backgrounds and stuff. Which obviously, if you did that on eBay, it wouldn't necessarily work, or if you did it on Vinted, it wouldn't necessarily work. So it's kind of more work going on my Depop now because I whiten the background out on every photo, put it on my eBay and Vinted, and then I have to edit that photo again to put a gradient background on it to get it on my Depop. Um, so yeah, and if it's something that I feel is a bit niche, then I will just eBay only it. I don't put it on Vinted. Say if it's like a certain electronic or something like that, I won't put it on Vinted, or I can't put it on Depop anyway, so don't accept it. Yeah, there are some things that if it's a bit niche, a bit old, or something like that, I will only eBay it. I won't put it anywhere else. Generally, most things go on all three stores, but you'll find more on my eBay than you will on the Vinted and Depop stores, just because you can't list everything on there. As we are sharing top tip, the Christmas rush is only the first 13 to 14 days of December. List it then and it will sell. After can be a bit slow. Yeah, that's what I sort of touched on earlier, Sean, was that January can be really slow. So my plan is to just keep listing, hoping that my hard work will spill over into January and give me some January sales as well, so I don't have a totally quiet January. I mean, the first week of January I find all right actually because people are still off and they've had Christmas money or whatever. But after that, I find it goes quite dead. And obviously, it's a long old month, isn't it? You know, everyone's skint. So yeah, but I'm hoping to put the work in now, in the hope that that work will spill out into January, basically. And when I mean spill out, I mean obviously show, see the fruits of my labour into January. That's what I mean. I haven't got it yet, Bob, because it still seems quite glitchy to me. So, I mean, I really wanted Vinted Pro, still do. But all I wanted to do was upgrade my personal account to a pro account, and that be that. Seems you can't do that. And you've pretty much got to like start over again. I mean, first you had the debacle with people's data being shown, like their national insurance number was just there for all and sundry to see, or their UTR number was there for all of sundry to see, which is massive risk of identity theft and all sorts. So And then that kind of got sorted out. So I'd held off while they sorted that out. That got sorted. Um, only now it seems that um, you can't just upgrade the account that you've got to a pro. You've got to kind of start all over again. You also can't use the same bank details that you've got on your personal account on your pro account. I've only got one bank card. Like, I'm registered with HMRC and everything, but I just use my normal account for everything. I don't have a business bank card. So I don't have two accounts. Um so yeah, and you also can't link your Facebook and Google with your pro account because it's on your personal account. So there's still quite a lot I think they need to work through, and you've got to start afresh. You can't just take your listings over with you from your personal one. So there's still quite a lot they need to work through. So I haven't signed up yet because I want to wait and just see if they make the process any easier first. And I know what like everyone means, like it's great to be on a platform first or whatever. I mean, technically, with Vinted, you're not on it first. But there are benefits sometimes of just holding back a little bit, waiting, and just seeing how things pan out a little bit. And the other thing is as well, like Vintage customer service is appalling. There's no way around that. You only ever get automated messages back if you've ever got a problem. I mean, I've only ever had to send a help message like once, I think, in the time I've used it. And that is kind of concerning if you're going to use it as a business seller, how difficult it is to actually speak to someone. Well, it's near on impossible. So there's a few things that I would just like to see ironed out a little bit first before I convert to pro. Yeah. I just feel there's things that need to be ironed out first before I do that. And I just don't really want to have to start all over again. I don't know how anyone else feels about Vinted Pro. I mean, I'm happy about it, don't get me wrong. I think everyone is. But and I think actually once they announced it, that was when my sales on Vinted started going a bit wild actually. Started getting lows, but there's just things I kind of think need to be sorted first before making that leap. Anyone else got any more questions? I'm through the questions that have been sent to me, and we're at the bottom of the chat at the moment. So I can give it a few more minutes, see if we get any more questions on. Thank you to everyone who has sent me questions in the chat and also privately as well. It's been quite a good chat, I think. I love you all, but just like Lin Lin's OnlyFans, my lips are going numb and gets from the go and curry. So we'll see you all really soon. But as for Vinted Pro, it's amateur shite, but people buy. Yeah. Give it another couple of minutes, see if we get any more questions. I think we're done question wise, guys. So I think that's the stream. So thanks so much everyone who has coming to the stream tonight. I really appreciate it because I haven't been live in ages, so I kind of didn't think many people would come in, but people have. So thanks so much. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you want to be part of the YouTube channel membership, just send me a message on Instagram, SB Reselling Co 22. I can sort that out for you. And have a good evening. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye. Oh, hang on. You can tell that I haven't done this a while. I can't press the right bloody buttons. End stream. There we go. Bye, everyone.